My Setup episode number 279. We're going live on October 1st, 2017. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly. That's producer Tom at Thomas Philly on Twitter. How you doing today?
Doing great. October 1st, guys. It's almost Halloween.
Yeah, well, 30 days.
Give or take.
Give or take. But there you go. So, guys, I just made an announcement on the Twitch stream that absolutely blew people's pants off. They couldn't believe it. I'm wearing a Pimp My Setup shirt, not because I love the show, but because it's time for change. And I'm going to make a video down the road in maybe a week or 2, 7, 5, 39, where I'd go a little more in depth on channel updates and things like that. The show is going to be not like this anymore. We're not going to be doing 3 a week. We're not going to be doing it in this style. We're not going to be doing it live. We're going to change it up, and we're going to see less of Pimp My Setup, more of Setup Nightmares, one of my favorite series, Setup Clinic with Cookie. We're going to be bringing back setup builds. We're going to be doing a lot of different things. My Twitch is going to change. We're going to do a lot of gaming. If you guys want to game with us, Battlegrounds, GTA, Minecraft, Rocket League. You name it, we play it. The comedy night game, all that stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. Join our Discord, discord.gg/Matt. It's going to be a lot of fun. And these are all good changes. It's pretty obvious for the longest time. I've hated what I've been doing. It's been repetitive. People do the same shit. We're going to see that again today. People don't understand. So it's just like, why am I going to do that when I can do something that makes me a little more excited, that people enjoy more? And I just want to get back into enjoying making YouTube videos. It's not about the views. It's not about any of that, because at the end of the day, I have my company that I'm doing on the side now. Well, more so primary, but so I'm doing that. I'm a full-time student. I have my other company, Vlog Inc., which is vlogtracker.com. I need to put time into that. I need to grow that. Tom's a full-time student. Tom has his own things that he wants to do. We're not tied down to just Pimp My Setup, and it's really doing 3 of these a week. Tom's doing all the prep work. Tom's doing the highlights. It's a lot. It takes a lot out of us. So we're going to switch it up. We're going to make it more fun. We're going to do a lot of community stuff. We're just going to have a great time. And I'm more excited than I am sad or mad or anything like that. It is what it is. Whatever. We'll talk more about that soon. I keep promising it, but now it's at that point. I am going to make a setup tour. Stay tuned for it. And if you want to be on the upcoming episode, which I don't know if it's going to be Wednesday show is the last, or we're going to skip Friday show as well and do a Sunday show. So this time next week will be the final show of this format. I don't know. But stay tuned. If you want to get on the show, you can get a fast pass, but I just want to reiterate, this is not the goal. The goal is not to be like, bro, we just sell 37 fast passes. Like, don't buy a fast pass. If you want to be on this format in the worst way possible, your window's very, very quickly closing. So it's up to you. You don't have to, though. That is not the goal. The goal is not to make money from, this announcement. This is not like a clickbait thing where it's going to be like one tier and I'm like, it's over, because we're changing it. But anyways, a lot of support in the chat today, a lot of subscriptions, a lot of awesome stuff there. So we do appreciate it. But without further ado, let's hop into the first setup of the day. Submitted by Noah, who's 19. He's a college student who plays games pretty regularly. I can never say the word because my brain is the size of a peanut. Yeah. Now this setup here is a little and a little and a little ooh. You know what I mean? So it's like, really, when you kind of just look at the desktop itself, the placement of the speakers, the out of sight, out of mind, the accessories and stuff, you got to give them props. It's nice. It's to the point. It's nothing like absolutely mind-boggling or anything, but it is pretty much standard textbook procedure, doing what he's got to do, and I really do like that. So I appreciate him starting the show off in a good way.
For the most part, yeah.
But then we go a little bit lower, we drop to the floor, and it's like, bruh. You literally have a back panel. You could have just found an easy way to hoist that up there, and all of a sudden, your cable management 50 bajillion times better. So I think you should have definitely did something about that. Oh yeah, does he actually? Yeah, that's a good point. Someone in the chat just said he's got that microphone that I reviewed. That was pretty funny. If you guys want to see me sing Let It Go, check out that video. But yeah, you look at the wall, and I think that is a little bit all over the place. He's got something a little weird up on the top right with like a rose, and it's like purple. Then he's got his whatever that is. That One Piece? Yeah, One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece.
Which I don't know, Tom. Don't you think that should be centered? But even though it's going to get cut off
there before his setup, or maybe I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you, but yeah, it should be centered.
Yeah, and it's like it would still be cut off anyway. But I don't know. Maybe put it by the laptop or whatever. I think just theme, cable management, will really take this setup to a new level. What do you think?
It's a very basic setup. There's really nothing that's like crazy. Like you said, like nothing's like, oh my god, this is sick, dude. Like breaking ground levels, baby. Let's do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very simple setup. With the furniture you have, you did a good job. There's really nothing to say about it.
Yeah. Next setup is submitted by Bruno 16. This is his setup when he was on episode 192, and a lot has changed in his setup and room. His room, well, it's not quite finished yet, and that's why there's no molding, which is his I'm going to call out. But just take a mental snapshot here. Really look at, the cables aren't too bad. Yeah, out of sight, out of mind's a little bit crazy, and theme it's there. It's just a little unorganized. So let's look at the new one. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it was like. I mean, it's way less crowded and stuff like that, but it's still. I was expecting kind of like, whoa,
yeah,
whoa, okay, but it's not even the standard setup.
What?
Yeah, the cable management still is not great. Very easy fixes. The monitor cable, this, that, and the other. So not perfect there, but I think molding is going to make a big difference for sure.
Yeah,
and. Theme, I think once you start putting stuff up on the wall, you went from like a pretty good theme, including the Deadpool stuff, all the pop vinyls, to all of a sudden you only have 2 pop vinyls, and it's kind of not really there anymore. So you're missing that. But for the most part, everything else is not terrible. Yeah, you don't have your speakers. You do have your headphones, which are on a mic arm. Is it my favorite thing in the world? No. It's better than putting it on the monitor, though. And really, it is pretty straightforward. You could use your laptop. You can use your PC. Bada bing, bada boom. Nothing to really complain about. But I do think you could still kind of, improve this. And I'm looking forward to... that's why I don't really want to see these unfinished setups. Like, put your molding up, put shit up on the wall, and then submit it. But yeah, what are you gonna do? At least the show's over.
I think the molding hasn't been there because he sent updated photos like throughout or whatever, and the molding was never put in like months later. So
they're just never gonna do it.
Yeah, so he's saying that the molding still has to.
Get put
one
day,
it's been like 6 months or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't remember, but.
He's a little bitch. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, let's go to the next setup submitted by Sam. He's 17. He enjoys building computers, networking, website development, his music, and he likes music and playing musical instruments, which is a massive hobby, according to him. And he mainly uses the setup for gaming and college work. Now, the first thing I saw when I looked at the first photo was, that monitor is kind of not really fully on the desk. And I get it. It's right up against the wall in the corner. So technically, if you were to knock it over, it would kind of catch and wedge itself on in there.
That?
Yeah, but do you want to have the idea of like, man, I might have almost knocked my monitor off my desk? And maybe this is just me, but I feel like the main monitor could go in a little bit more. It doesn't look like it's actually centered.
Yeah.
But I can't really get the full picture. Because like I look in the second one and I'm like, it's not. I feel like it should go to the left a little bit more, but maybe I don't know. Do you think
maybe it was just mounted and he can't move it, and he's like, I'm not going to move it, so
yeah.
And then he put up the vertical monitor after it. He's like, okay, this works.
That's the other thing. Like, why, if you went to the trouble of mounting that one monitor, why not mount the side one, and then all of a sudden you'll have this floating space. And it can overhang a little bit because you're in the corner, and who cares? But at least the stand is gone. It'll look a lot nicer. And doing that, I feel like then you could fit speakers. They're not going to be the biggest speakers in the world, but it's going to be speakers nonetheless. And I think, I agree with what a lot of people are saying in the chat. Really, the desk is just way too small. And having the PC there is not ideal. And a lot of people are saying, why not put the PC on the floor? Yes, it's great. Yes, it's very just gorgeous and you want to look into it, but you put it on the floor, you put the monitor on the opposite side or wherever the case may be, and all of a sudden it makes a little bit more sense. But still, nonetheless, I think that monitor isn't centered to the desk, and it's kind of
it's definitely a little bit off center because you can see with the keyboard, it's kind of just like it's not matching up the way you want it to be.
Yeah, and what do you think about the shelves up above?
We always talk about boxes. I just get rid of the boxes. That's basically it. And
but bro, he's got 1060 SSD.
But even the other stuff, like the menu stuff, like I feel like the stuff is not substantial enough. At least the bottom shelf, like that stuff off to the left, is not substantial enough to work for me, at least for theme wise.
Yeah, like the top, you could say, oh, okay, maybe a little bit, but then the bottom is just like storage and like weird shit. And he's got his guitar and stuff, which is cool. And the cable management really isn't awful because it is built into the desk. The one thing that does kind of suck, which he's playing off of, is he has what looks to be the mod mic, And that's just a bitch because you got the headphone cable, then you got the mic cable, and you have to, it just makes it look messier than it really is. So, I like it though. It is a good setup. I like the idea. You know what you're doing. Just rearranging and a little bit of that, this, that, and the other. Okay. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Next setup submitted by Nicholas. He's 13. He said, everything you see on the desk except for the drone is bought by him. By the way, absolutely crazy. You won't believe it. This guy fixes tech, and his website is icanfixtech.com. I don't know how you scored that. That's actually pretty. I'm gonna look it up.
I looked it up.
What do you think of it? It was a good.
It looks like a normal WordPress site, but
if your technology's down, contact us to get it back up and running. Well, how can I do that if my technology's down? Anyways, sorry.
That's true. Actually, it's like my computer doesn't work. How am I supposed to get in contact with you?
But hey, we'll
I think it's super cool. You have a website and you're doing tech repairs and all that. I know you're 13 and you think it's super cool, but it is super cool.
You would think that, you know, he's 13, so it's not really that big of a deal, but he's got employees. He's the owner. He's got technicians on call, and he's using Wix. So
there you go.
There you go. Shout out to you,
like
Nicholas.
I can fix tech.
Yeah, I mean, the second photo is kind of like, all right, not terrible, interesting method, but he's got like cable loom, just like free floating. Like it almost looks like it's smushed against the clamps, but it's not. I don't know. It's very trippy. Maybe the far right side kind of going down a little bit could be fixed, but very little things. I would suggest a thing called a vacuum, though. If you could fix tech, you should fix your floor. He's got like Smarties and shit under there. Yeah, I would definitely vacuum that.
There, we got some things up there.
It's pretty fucking scud. I'm not gonna lie, but the setup itself is pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy. Pretty basic, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do like that you have a lot of open space on your desk, and you know you're displaying your drone and this, that, and the other. One thing I would recommend is putting the plastic holder thing on your drone. You're not supposed to let the gimbal rest like that, and you're gonna have to fix it if you break it. Yeah, seriously though, you're not supposed to let the gimbal rest like that because it's bad. You'll break it. So you're gonna have to end up calling icanfixtech.com and
fix it yourself.
Yeah, he's like, I'm looking for Nicholas. Yes, hello, this is Nicholas. Oh, Nicholas, listen here, I got the gimbal problem. I don't know. Jokes are really just as bad as the show at this point.
I didn't want to mention his last name, but his last name is Wiener. But I knew you would make fun of it.
This is Mr. Wiener here to fix your tech. No, I'm just kidding. Damn it, Tom.
The usability is decent, right?
Yeah, no, it's really a great setup. You know, I wish it had more speakers than just the
one speaker.
Yeah, the Bluetooth one, but it's fine. It's a good setup. I don't think like it's overwhelmingly great, but it is like straight to the point. Good job, bud. What do you think?
As a fellow Rubik's Cube solver, I would just tell you to get that off your desk, because if you don't solve it, then just remove it.
You got to keep it solved on the desk.
You have to have it solved if you're going to have it on your desk. If you don't have it solved,
that's just proper etiquette.
Get it out of here.
In the
proper
cubing
Rubik's Cube etiquette.
Yeah. Which, by the way, we still have to buy your Rubik's Cube. We keep forgetting. Let's do that. Remind me after the show, bro. Let's get this shit.
I don't know about the stuff on top, but he looks like he's got a lot of like certificates. Fourth place.
Fourth place? Get that off there.
12th place.
Oh.
I mean, he's got a lot of cool things and all that, but I don't know. I wouldn't put that. I would put other stuff on that.
I agree. All right, next setup is submitted by Young. He's 16. He uses it for mostly studying, web browsing, and occasionally gaming. And he also can't live without music. Listen to the music. Yeah. Anyways, this setup is definitely really cool. I don't know what you guys think about the desk. It's maybe not how I expected the desk to be utilized. Especially considering the storage on the right part, but the way everything's set up, you can't really fully utilize it.
It's very unique.
Yeah, it's cool. It looks very thin, though. I mean, I don't know. It is. It looks like in the first photo. Maybe that's just.
Yeah, it looks like it's warping a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little too thin. I think, especially having that monitor arm, it's gonna freaking kill it. But what do I know? Yeah, you know, actually looking at the third photo as well, it's like it kind of does look like it is actually warping.
Yeah, it's pretty thin, like you said.
Dude, that's gonna suck one day where you're just sitting there and it's like
the legs look like legit, like legit, like
but
metal
still,
legs.
There's no middle support. Like right under the monitor, there should be another leg.
Yeah.
You know what? That'd be freaking funny as hell. He's sitting there, all of a sudden, and the whole thing just drops.
Oh,
He's
God.
like, poo.
That would be the scariest thing ever.
Yeah, well, and I agree with what a lot of people are saying, and they're like, why didn't you at least stain the left piece? It looks like he did something to the right, like a little bit of a light stain, but the left one looks pretty unfinished. It looks like he sanded it a bit, but it just, I guess it is natural, which is fine.
The right side by the speaker and like the headphones and all that kind of looks like glossy.
Yeah, maybe he like put some...
and no, it just looks like, like the front part, like
on
the desk looks...
some polyurethane.
Yeah.
But I think it's a cool looking setup nonetheless. I love the PC. I love the monitors. For once, someone has their monitors up high. Is it to fit the speakers? Maybe. Maybe that's the only... He's like, oh, God, it's so goddamn high up, but I love these speakers, man.
Speakers are great.
It is a cool setup. I like the theme. I think the wire management's really nice, and it's not bad. I just think it's another one that it's pretty...
I just wonder how he uses like the laptop off to the right, because the desk, they're different heights and all that. So I guess it's not really the end of the world, but I just feel like going from like, oh, on my computer, then up, and then like looking at my laptop, it's like totally different heights. It kind of just throws it off for me.
Yeah, and that's why I don't understand like the idea of the desk being the way it is, because he's not utilizing that underpiece as far as we're concerned.
Yeah.
It just seems off. Nor I would honestly imagine him using the open desk part as his main tabletop, and then the other one was just like for his PC. But
yeah,
I don't know. But yeah, it is what it is. I like it nonetheless. Very cool and different. Ready for the next one?
No, let's do it.
All right, Bahadir. Bahadir. 14 likes to build stuff like go-karts and play badminton. You set up to play... Sorry, I had a brain fart. You set up the game all night, school and some programming. One side he uses for gaming and homework, and the other side he uses to build things. He uses the TV to watch movies, YouTube, and stuff like that. He doesn't have too much room to work with, and the door's on the other side of the room. First off, don't have too much room to work with. Really? Kind of looks like you have a whole section of your room dedicated to a pretty...
But the door's right there.
Yeah, well, oh, my bad, man. Really, that's a pretty big room for your setup to kind of say you don't have a lot of room to work with.
Yeah.
Kind of fucked up, bro. No, shit.
I mean, you gotta think he's standing probably right in the doorway, so like it's not like a whole lot of room in the middle, but yeah, against the wall.
He's got this whole L of just space to use.
Yeah.
Other people have like a little closet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Regardless, when I look at this, I say, "Hey, that's pretty good." And then I think about the left side. I'm like, oh, okay, he's building, so that's understandable.
Building go-karts on that desk.
Yeah, everyone builds a go-kart over there. And I look at the TV and I'm like, I don't really know how I feel about that, but whatever. Plus, especially because he has a little block to
hold it up,
make it even with the other piece.
Yeah, it's like hanging off on like two different pieces.
Yeah, it just looks a little odd. Theme isn't really anything crazy here. I think that definitely needs to be worked on. Wire management underneath, definitely pretty nice. Interesting that you have that thing there under your desk. Is that like a power generator?
I don't know. It says cable free, 800 watts.
Is it a speaker? Like PA system?
Maybe.
I have no idea. You guys can tell me in the chat. I'm gonna just take the L here.
Take the L and leave.
I like the little bench thing with the towels on top.
Those are pillows.
Some shitty pillows, man. Portable speaker. Okay, yeah, I was thinking maybe it's a PA system.
A big ass speaker.
Yeah, I mean the desk itself, though, I don't like the red blue kind of thing you got going on there. It just seems a little odd, especially with the kind of wood desk that you have, and then you have white desk off to the side, so it's just a little off.
He said, "Don't insult my setup," because he's in the chair.
Fuck you, Baha. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, you made the pillows. Okay, that reminds me of when I did.
Oh yeah, I remember making a pillow.
Yeah, I was gonna say it reminds me of when we were in fax class, and I made some of the shittiest ass pillows ever. But
mine had a football design on it.
Oh yeah, mine was stacks of $100 bills. I used real $100 bills. I stitched them together
because I make that bank at age 8.
But yeah, it is a nice setup. It's pretty straightforward. It's just theme is lacking, and I think that the variation in color is a little like whoa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. Yeah. There's really, like you said, no theme. You need to put stuff on the wall. It's just white, white. Then light brown, like a nice wood finish to your desk. Super nice desk, but I think the furniture surrounding it, it's not the ideal. But you know what? You work with what you work with, and that is all you can do.
Yeah. All right. I feel like I'm getting sick. Next setup submitted by Christian. He's 14. He uses it. Okay. Ready for the next setup? No, just kidding. This is gaming-ish setup, which gaming-ish. All right, I guess that's one way to say
He's
it.
making fun of himself.
Oh, he uses it to play games and make YouTube videos. He doesn't have a lot of money, so he tries to do the best with what he has. Oh, I don't have a lot of money. I just have an ultra wide and some really nice peripherals, some Logitech. I got a Logitech G410 keyboard, but I don't really have a lot of money, guys. Bruh. I just, whatever. I think they don't watch the episodes and they see what other people have, and then they're like, yeah, I don't have a lot of money. It's like, bro. But yeah, I mean, for once we're seeing a light gray wool. It looks really nice with the white desk, and then he's got like this orangish kind of color off to the side, so that's cool. I would honestly put the PC off to the right in that little slot. I don't know why you have the space there, and just to not utilize it. It looks like something's there, but I don't know what it is. So
Maybe
why
a
not
subwoofer? No, he doesn't have speakers. Never mind.
so why not put that over there? I think that would make more sense. And then if you do that, it'd be like bada bing, bada boom, and then you mount the monitor so it's free floating, and then you get some speakers, and then all of a sudden it's starting to look like, oh, it makes a little bit more sense. And then all of a sudden you pop a poster up on that wall, and it's like, ooh,
or a shelf.
Or a shelf. And then all of a sudden people are going to be like, oh, the setup's actually pretty damn good.
Or a mini projector.
Honestly, though, it's just like, cool. You bought a desk and the main peripherals and popped them on.
Yeah.
Kudos to you. That's really all I have to say about that.
It's really, there's not a lot to this setup. It's stuck in a little corner, and he's making, the best with what he has.
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote, with a cool PC. I mean, I don't know.
He's poor, Tom.
He's very
Go easy
poor.
on him.
He's got a nice setup, but you know what? There's always room for improvement.
And I think, why not make everything orange in your setup? Why?
That'd be a nice little touch, like pop.
Well, you have a whole fucking wall that color. Why would you just make everything else like a rainbow?
Yeah.
Hi ho, Kermit Frog here. Taste the rainbow. It's just a little
Spray paint your headphones.
the foam cushion part. Is that? It feels so weird.
And then use them right after. We made that joke last episode.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of terrible with the jokes. Anyways, all right. Hey. Oh.
Let's get to something really good. The final setup of the day.
Final setup of the day submitted by Ramon. 16 years old. He's been on the show before. I think like multiple times.
Yeah, multiple times.
And he said he wants to know what he can do to improve the setup. He loves to game, edit videos, and music. He tried to show a little bit of personality and show the two pop finals there. But he said it took him a long time to pick. I can only choose two. What am I gonna do? He's worked very hard to earn and build this setup from the ground up. There's always been a saying that he followed. Oh, I was like, it just went to another sense. I'm like, okay. Just like, there's a really good saying. So what do you want for lunch? He said that he probably made it up himself, but this is what it is. I don't want to be the one. Let me just take it. My brain is overloaded here.
I'm trying reading.
Let me try this again. I'm sorry, Ramon. I don't want to be the one being interviewed. I want to be the one hosting the interview. From that have come many great things. So he hopes to see himself working with you and other great YouTubers. Honestly, I'd rather be the one getting interviewed.
That'd be super cool.
Because that means you're a fucking multi-bajillion.
He wants to be running the place. Like, I want to be the one asking the questions. Right?
Okay, but now, Ramon, we'll get to your setup in a second, but let's just have a little bit of a chat here. You are basically saying you'd rather be the one at the red carpet, at the Oscars, like, this is E.T. Entertainment Tonight. How you doing, Matt? You'd rather be that than the guy that's like, I'm done with this interview.
I'm the star of this show.
Yeah, I'm going to go win an Oscar. I don't know.
Hey, he likes it.
I guess all the good quotes are already taken, so you got to come up with...
I'm pretty sure he made that up.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Who would have said, like...
maybe a famous reporter.
Sutherland once said, I'd rather be the one interviewing than being...
Well, it has to be a famous person that's hosted
all right, whatever. Before. You know what? I'm just fucking with him. I just like to have fun.
He says he wants to be the one running the whole...
Why'd you bring enchiladas into this? No,
that's why I said he wants to be the one running stuff.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest here. This setup is fucking crazy, man. It's got itself a sit-stand desk. Man, oh man. Seriously. We know, everybody knows.
I know.
Tom knows. He's got a sit-stand desk. Sit-stand desks are notorious for being the hardest thing in this fucking world the cable manage? Because of the fact that if you didn't know, a sit-stand desk goes up, it goes down, it goes back up, and then back down. Over and over and over and over. So let's go to the first photo.
Okay.
Let's take a look. You're just like, hey, where the cables go? I see outlet there on the bottom. Yeah. Where, you know, why'd you wab it? What do I do? And you think to yourself, okay, we're not seeing where the cables are going. We're seeing really nice sound system. We're seeing really nice peripherals, microphone setup. He's got his webcam, 3 monitors. I mean, this guy's crazy. He's real crazy.
He's real crazy, I tell you.
Seriously, tons of shit going on here. But where does it go? So this is where you kind of go into the second photo. We'll go step by step, day by day. You can kind of see, all right, monitor, the speaker cable, I guess monitors, if you want to call them that, going off there to the side, swooping in, 360, 49, Bravo 7, heading in southbound. Real nice. I like that. You know, and then really you look into the far corner, all that, you're not seeing anything.
No.
It's all about the angling, the scoop, the whoopity whoop, and he did a great job with that. Then we go to the third photo. Under the monitor, we see a little bit of a sking ding dong ding ding, you know. But then you look under the desk, and it's just, look, it's all going up.
Sit-stand desk, guys.
Sit-stand desk. Nothing's going down. Downtown to Funky Town, hound. I made that up myself. But then you look at the third photo, and you just can't help but notice zoomity doom doom, oobity boom boom into that middle center part there, T. Yeah, give me a control scroll there. Oh, yeah. See that little slippity sloop?
A little slippity sloop.
That little slippity sloop is a little boopity boop.
Wish
where
I had
he
that.
scoobity dooped into the wall, into the back room, which we saw in earlier photos. We'll talk about in a second. And all the skadoodle boops just went right through into the manuna boop. So
there's the skadoodle boops are cables, guys.
Yeah, and the skadoodle boops had a moobity doop to hoopity hoop. So you can only do it in one way. And I'm not gonna lie, I took 0.5 off because the skabooba dupes are a little moopity duped. People are probably like, this guy is fucking retarded.
You think it could have been like
the only
tighter?
thing I would say, someone said shut the fuck up.
He's like, I've had enough of this show. Thank God it's ending.
So much advanced terminology. I know, I'm just really cutting edge here. The left side of this portion, no, scroll back in. The left side with that white cable and all that,
yeah,
that's good. I think my main issue is just with that pole area.
Okay.
I feel like you could have just easily made that a little bit more straight instead of like loop-de-doop. Honestly,
I'm just being really picky, you know. At that
no,
point.
and I'm being like dead honest. Like when he goes up and down out of that slot is actually perfect.
Yeah,
like,
it's awesome.
Because we saw when it went down, it doesn't hang. There's no droop. There's no poopity-doop. So I actually really like it. I just think it's that pole part that could be fixed. And I only took 0.5 off. So you could suck a fat wiener schnitzel if it really irritates you. But go back to the first photo, and you could see that back room where he's got like 55 jugs of water. Which, by the way, stay hydrated, kids. That's where everything's going. That's the inner workings. I would, Mr. Ramon, I know you're here. I would love, just for the fun of it, if you could just send us a photo of that room, what the other side of the wall looks like. Not for us to judge or anything. I'm just actually interested to see how you're handling it. What do you have going on back there? Are you just plugging it in and calling it a day? Or are you making it look pretty? Or is there like something over there that we don't know about? I would love to see. But I think really everything is absolutely perfect. Going up and down, up and down, up and down. It's just that one little bit of cable that could be very easy. Oh, Tom, he said he did send that. Tom just doesn't care.
I did not see that.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll try to include it in the description or something. Sorry, man. We just really fucked up. Tom really fucked up. It's all Tom's fault. But two other things that I wanted to say. Oh, you sent a video. Oh. Yeah, we don't do video. This is fucking 2017, bro. That's the
yeah,
past.
we go back to photos on this one.
We'll look at that. But the other thing I wanted to say was two things. One, the monitors aren't like perfectly aligned and touching, and I know that's a bitch. It's a bitch in itself to align the monitors when it's not a sit-stand desk, but having to go up and down a little tuggy wug fug mug hug, and then all
tuggy wug mug hug,
and then all of a sudden, you know, it's pulling and wooling and schnulling, and you're just like, what am I doing? So, But yeah, I just feel like that could be fixed. But, you know, if it's really that difficult or if it changes every time you go up and down, then I can understand. So it's said, bro, you good? And then the other thing I would say is the theme. Do you think the theme is really there, T?
I think it's like about there, but you know, with the wall that he has, he's got like cool sound foam and all that with the cool little logo thing, and 2 pop bottles is cool and all. I feel like that's enough for the desk, but I just feel like it's missing just a little, I don't know, it's like theme will never be perfect, I feel, for this setup.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of blue. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba da, and I really do like that. I think he did a great job with it. But you know, 9.5 for theme.
9.7.
Oh, fuck you, Tom. But Scooby Doop boopity boop foop boop boop doo
Fuck off, Tom. What? I didn't do anything.
Flower on the mic. Yeah, there is actually legitimately a flower on the microphone.
Wait, that's a 10 for theme now. Just because of that flower.
Ramon, what's the flower for there, bud? Is it so you can sniff it while you talk? You're like, today's episode. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, today's
episode. Yeah. Anyways, there we go, guys. Now it's time for the part of the show where we go over the scores. The Scooby Doop, moobity doop, hoop, hoop, boopity boop.
The terminology is just great.
That's why I have to stop the show because it's so far advanced. Anyways, all right, here we go. Noah, 70. Bruno, 66. Sam, 76. Nicholas, 74. Young, 90. Bahadir, 80. Christian, 78. And Ramon, 98. Because fuck giving 100 out at the end of the episode of the end of the series. No, I'm just kidding.
I think it deserves a 99.
99? Should I fix it?
Yeah, 99. Nothing's ever perfect, even though
9.5 on wire management, 9.5 on theme, 10, 10, 10 on everything else. Where do I give the extra 0.5 to, Tom?
Wire management, just because it's a sit-stand desk.
Fuck you, Tom. All right, fine.
I feel like there's excuses that could be had for wire management for a sit-stand desk.
There you go. 99 now. You happy, Ramon? You little bitch.
Looks beautiful.
Just kidding. Seriously though, Ramon, you know, I'm
Killer.
doing all this jokes, Scooby Doops and Whoopity Whoops, but it's actually freaking badass. So good job. Congratulations. But it's a 99, so get over it.
Nothing's ever 100, even though we gave hundreds away before.
Shut up, Tom. You're making it look bad. I do think theme could be better if you just put 35 shelves, more LEDs, and 37 posters all on top of each other, straight across. But there we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Pimp. I said about number 279. Recorded live on October 1st, 2017. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter. I'm Matt Philly. That's producer Tom at Thomas Philly on Twitter. Thanks so much for watching. We will be back hopefully for Wednesday, maybe Sunday as well. We'll see what happens. But if you want to get on the show, definitely pick up a fast pass. If you don't, then that's it. Get out of my face. It's done. It's over. But definitely stay tuned. Discord.gg/Matt. We're going to be playing a lot of games, streaming, having a good time. And of course, we're still going to be doing other stuff, setting up things like that. So stay tuned. And we will be back on Wednesday for sure. Maybe also Sunday. See you then.